Mr. Speaker, will you please call the House to order?
The bill is passed.
We'd like to get a budget that represents the interests of the people who are standing here with me now.
To be part of the struggle to achieve a better society for all.
We want to make sure that we make New York a more affordable place to live, a better place to raise a family.
Welcome to Assembly Update. I'm Assemblyman Angelo Santabarbara, representing the 111th Assembly District, which includes Montgomery County, parts of Albany County, and parts of Schenectady County. And it also includes my hometown of Rotterdam, which brings us to the topic today. We're going to talk about Schalmont Middle School. And joining us today, we have Jeff Ewell, who is the Executive Director of Ronald McDonald House of the Capital Region. Welcome, Jeff.
Thanks for having us.
And we also have Doreen Pizzas, who is the Vice President of Schalmont Middle School PTO.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm a Schalmont alum, a proud Schalmont alum, so I'm happy to have you here on the show today.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk about how these two organizations are working together to raise some money. Jeff, we're going to just ask you quickly about Ronald McDonald House, all the good things you're doing for people at home watching that may not have heard of all the good things you're doing in our community. Why don't we start off with that?
Okay. Our organization is called Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Capital Region. Our cornerstone program is our most famous program, the Ronald McDonald House of Albany. We opened in 1982, so about 34 years ago now. We're a home away from home for families who have kids in the hospital. So we started with 6 bedrooms in 82, bought the house next door in 88 and expanded to 16. We recently completed a $2 million expansion to add another 10 bedrooms. And what we do is we provide everything the family needs so they can be bedside with their children. We don't do it at any cost to the families. We rely on our community to raise funds for us. Costs us about $80 a night for every room night we provide our families. And we try to take care of everything. From the volunteers are there in the morning when they come downstairs, and at night when they come back from a long day at the hospital, we have a group there cooking a home-cooked meal for our families. And there's volunteers who care for them throughout the day, along with our staff. And whatever they need. So we have laundry there that's free. Mm-hmm. Just try to take care of all the needs. We have full cupboards, hopefully most of the time. And just try to be there so they can be bedside with their kids, because their kids heal faster and they're so much more comfortable with mom and dad and the family around supporting them.
And this is really making a difference in people's lives. You know, you talk about the care and the detail that goes into this. And how long is this? How long has Ronald McDonald House been around?
Started in 1974 in Philadelphia was the first house. And our house was 82 when we opened, and we were the 35th. And now there's over 330, I think, around the world. Most of them are here in the States. And although we're a global charity, or we're tied to one, we are a local charity. So everything we raise stays here in this market and helps our families and the programs that we operate to benefit our Capital Region families.
So it helps the local families that are participating, that are attending these functions. And we're going to talk about the function at Schalmont, which is really interesting. We talked a little bit about before the show started.
Yeah. So everything we raise stays here. You know, a lot of our families come from outside of this region, and it really demonstrates, you know, the Capital Region, you read surveys about volunteerism and giving and things like that. And it's just, we have such a caring and loving community that have opened their hearts to the Ronald House and the families we've served for 33 some years. We see the best part of people every day who give of their time to serve at the feet of people in need. It's a real honor.
That's wonderful, wonderful. And you're partnering up with Schalmont Middle School for one of those events that is going to be local at Schalmont. And I will be attending that event. Maybe a surprise guest participating in some fashion. But Doreen, tell us about the event. This is sort of a unique thing. It's a basketball game.
Yes, it is. The event is Friday night, March 20th at 6 o'clock at the Schalmont High School. And we're going to have each grade, like 5th graders, 6th, 7th, and 8th, play a basketball game against the teachers of their grade.
So that's going to be a pretty interesting competition.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be close games. I'm not going to say who's going to win, but yep. We're going to have the basketball game will be going on throughout the night. After the 6th graders play, we will have a halftime show, which will be Schalmont School District students performing a dance.
Wonderful. And
we will have a silent raffle. We will have food, drinks. We will be selling T-shirts for Hoops of the House. And there's going to be a DJ. And it's just, we are so looking forward to this event because it's a affordable evening for families to come out, support a great cause, and half of the proceeds will go to Ronald McDonald House and half of the proceeds will go to the middle school PTO, which we always try and do what we can for the students at Schalmont. And the whole community has embraced this event, from the elementary school to the high school. We have a ton of student activity going on behind the scenes for this event. We're very excited, very excited.
And I'm excited to see the teachers that are still there from when I was there to play in this basketball game and see how it goes. But I always like going to events at Schalmont, going back to the school. I graduated 1990, but I always go back every year because my kids go there now, and it's a wonderful feeling to know that my kids are going to the same school that I went to. But it's nice to see other Schalmont alum. So other Schalmont alum, if you're watching, this is the event to be at. It's for a good cause as well, and you get to see some of the old teachers and some of your old classmates as well. May show up to be at the game. So that's great that you're doing this, and the proceeds are going to a good cause. I know Ronald McDonald House. We heard all about the great things that you're doing, and we also talked about the various locations, but we also talked about something in Albany Med.
Right.
You have a family. It's called the family room.
Correct. So our family room, we actually have two now. Our first one was located in between the NICU and the PICU, pediatric and neonatal intensive care units, and they built a new tower and moved the little babies away to a different floor in a different wing. So we opened a new family room in that area too. And that's an area where we serve a lot of local families. Mm-hmm. So families like from Schenectady, say, if they have good transportation back and forth, they may not stay at the Ronald House. But they will use our family room. So at the house, we'll help 850 or so families a year now with our bigger house, where that family room will have 8,000 guests sign in to our guest book. And over there we have volunteers run that program from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. They're there with hot coffee and healthy snacks, and sometimes unhealthy snacks too. And it's just a little respite right outside of their babies' rooms, so the parents can come take a breath. Sometimes if they're doing rounds or child needs a break. Run all by volunteers, so we're always in need of volunteers. And one of the neat things about the pediatric family room is that we're the source on the floor for DVDs and games and things like that.
Oh, wonderful.
So if the kids are healthy enough to get out of their room or can physically get out of their bed, they come down and pick out the movies and stuff, and it's a real treat for our volunteers to be able to help those kids like that.
That's great, and we just flashed up a picture of the family
cool.
room actually, and it looks really inviting and comfortable, and
Right.
everything you're saying, I can see people really enjoying the space there. So thank you for doing that.
Sure.
And we also wanted to talk about a fundraiser you're having with a celebrity.
Yes. I met this gentleman, Dr. Horton, who's a sociology professor at UAlbany, and his passion is music. His kids, family first, his students, and then music. Loves Motown. And he has a band called Derek Horton and the J Street Band. And we were meeting last Friday, the Friday after the fire on J Street. And we were talking about our plans for the year. And he had mentioned that, gosh, he really wanted to help out those families from the street he grew up on. And he was really, really moved by it. And I said, well, you know what, Ronald House really isn't in that business all the time, but we do help other children's charities and we do partner with groups. And if nothing comes together, maybe we can do something. And over the last few days, we've called around people at Proctor's Theater, of course, one of the great staples in our community. They've offered up the GE Theater, and sponsors have already come on board. And we're going to have a benefit concert on May 3rd, and all those funds will go right to the families. It looks like a Rotary group or two from Schenectady will be the ultimate recipient of the funds, and they'll make sure that those funds go right to those people affected by that horrible fire.
And it's great to see organizations like this stepping forward, and certainly our hearts go out to the families of the victims of that fire. It did affect the entire community, but it's great to see the community coming together to help one another now. And places like Proctor's, Ronald McDonald House, all the Rotaries are coming together to do something, and to make sure that we come together in a time of need.
Right, we're all rowing the same boat. You know what I mean? Be it a Rotary group, a PTO, the Ronald McDonald House. We're all about taking care of our community, and this region is just spectacular at how we rally around each other at our big time of need.
Now, Jeff, if people watching can't make the event and they want to help out, where can they make donations? Where can they call for more information? Or is there a website?
Yeah, our website is rmhcofalbany.org. We have all of our information on there, information about the event and how to donate or volunteer. We always love it when people stop by the house for a tour. You know, if they don't have a cold or flu,
Sure.
our volunteers are happy to show them around, and they can find their own way to support the house. You know, we have reading programs that kids do in school. We have people collect pop tabs and recycle them for us.
Yep.
And, you know, whatever you need around your house, we need around ours for wish list items like toilet paper and stuff like that. So we have a million different ways to help.
That's wonderful to hear. And of course, Doreen, if people can't make the event, the game, where they can go on the Schalmont website to find out more about the event or make donations online.
Absolutely. They can go to Schalmont.org. We're on Facebook. They can contact the Ronald McDonald House.
Yep.
Numerous ways.
Of course, there's several events throughout the year they can always find on Schalmont, not just this fundraiser, but there'll be more, I'm sure. So it's great for people to stay involved. Is there any other information we want to give out about Ronald McDonald House at this point, or any?
I just want to thank Doreen and the team over at Schalmont for thinking of us, and their families over there have been helping us for years and years, and they're a blessing in the lives of families they'll never know, they'll never meet, but they hold them in their heart and come out and support us like this. It's awesome.
And I know Schalmont, as you said, is on Facebook. I think you're on Twitter as well, because I do see you on Twitter. How about Ronald McDonald House? Can we follow you on social media?
Yes, we are on Twitter. You can find that link on our website and Google us. And we're on Facebook too. We have a lot of fun with that stuff.
Wonderful. Well, it's a great organization. You're supporting Ronald McDonald House. You're supporting Schalmont Middle School. If you get a chance to see a wonderful basketball game that you can't see anywhere else.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to be there, and I may be doing some sort of participation in this event, but we're not going to tell the audience just what. But I will be there
They have to come and see.
Yeah, they'll have to come and see. I encourage you to either come to the event or make donations online. It's wonderful to have both of you join us here today, and I'm very happy to see that Schalmont is involved with the community, remains a community, and Ronald McDonald House is really making a difference in all of our communities. And if people want to set up a tour, they can do that through the website as well.
Correct.
And I may end up doing that as well, visiting some of these locations.
Love to show you around.
And I know the Albany Med location as well. There's some other things going on there, and I may stop by to see that as well.
Wonderful.
So I want to thank you both for being on the show. Join us again here on Assembly Update. Actually, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to be visited by another guest. But I want to thank you both for being here, and we look forward to participating in the game shortly.
You.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stick with us after the break.